see from our little clips that we showed, we decided to do that little thing where we pick out a book for each other at Barnes & Noble.
So, I told Emma that I just didn't love Lauren Asher's The Collided series. I didn't like that as much. So, but this is on sale. So I was like, ooh, I want to grab this one because I think it'd be funny. And people have rated it very highly.
I'll have you know, Lily started it and got like a few pages into it and stopped reading it. That's how interesting it was.
No, it wasn't interesting.
Oh, I decided to be fun and choose a book that Lily hasn't heard of. And within Lily's interest, fake dating and gay people.
I love Heartstopper.
She loves Heartstopper. She loves Young Royals, so.
Oh my god, you know me so well. And,
exactly. Oh, Red, White, and Royal Blue.
Anyway, I chose Love Redesigned for Emma. You got me messed up. I was trying to take this girl. I chose Love Redesigned for her because I think it's, what's it about? It's childhood friends lovers, I'm pretty sure.
Lily chose a 500-page book for me.
Oh shit, look, it's defined here.
Mierda. Shit.
Fun. Anyway, I just thought it was fun for Emma to read something by Lauren Asher. She's never read anything by her, and I was like, oh, you're gonna like it.
But I've heard nothing but bad things from you.
That was just that series. It may have been a fluke, but I think people love
People love this book. I've heard this.
Yeah, so I was like, you should get that.
I'm excited to read this book up, even though it's on Kindle Unlimited. But
well, it'll be from my books.
It'll be on her bookshelf eventually. So the book I chose for Lily was this. I've never heard of it. The Fake Dating Game. And it's about two gay men. I'm guessing they fake date. And it's like 284 pages. Really simple for Lily. Like, it's so thin. Boom. My book, her book.
It sounds cute. Like, whenever Emma was showing it.
It does look really cute. I think I'd read it too. It's cute.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah, so we'll read these.
But Emma can read this probably faster than I can read this. So we thought we would choose one from our TBR video or
our monthly TBR.
Our monthly TBR. We chose 10, so we're gonna choose one of the 10.
Also, to go ahead and start.
Yeah. Other than these two. So.
Yes.
Okay. You want to say yours first?
Yeah.
Okay.
Book Lovers by Emily Henry.
I chose Happy Place.
Wow.
Okay, we're both reading Emily Henry books and then.
So, I had to read this for this video. You have to read that for this video. And we need to get started on Book Lovers for you, Happy Place for me. Okay, so Lily and I are doing another Sister Picks My Reads because she's not in the mood for anything. So I think she needs something fantasy, a lot of action like the show she just watched. So, take a gander at her physical TBR for the month. Oh, after I did all the hard work to hold it. Okay.
Okay, I'll just press that.
So based on these books, she's been reading this. Not her vibe right now, so maybe ever, who knows. We bought this for our Barnes & Noble read, but it's romance, so I don't think that's for her. This might be easy. I've mentioned this before for her, but I don't know if she's into it. Maybe we give her the ghosty one.
Yeah.
Or Six of Crows.
Okay. You could give me Once Upon a Broken Heart.
I was thinking that too. You want to do
Whatever
that?
I don't care, whatever you want. It's you picking it.
Okay. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Catch a tiger by its toe. If you always let him go. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo.
Okay.
She's starting Once Upon a Broken Heart. Okay, so this book needs to be read because we bought it from Barnes. But the other book from her TBR that I'm picking now, I'm switching it up. We're doing this.
Once Upon a Broken Heart. I've never read it, so and Emma's told me all about it, so I guess I'm gonna go crazy over Jax.
Okay, so I read this book. We bought this at Barnes. And I give this like a... I'll give ratings at the end, but I think it was good. Good enough. I think Lily will want to read it. If you're wanting to get into Lauren Asher books, based on what Lily's told me, if you're into like the second chance romances, read this. He is a billionaire, but it's set in a small town, so it doesn't feel like a billionaire romance to me. There is like one scene where I was like, okay, that's a little unrealistic. But other than that, it's like a small town romance, so read that.
And she bought this one for me. It's the fake dating game, as you've seen from the other clips. But Emma doesn't think I should read this one right now, so.
She doesn't seem to be in a romance mood. She needs more plot going on, so let's put her in a fairy tale
relationship.
Yeah, I guess. Once Upon a Broken Heart, we'll see if she likes it. She'll probably like it enough. Yeah. But knowing the end, she's probably not gonna care for that.
Yeah, I need to get stuff to annotate, so. I have all my midliners, but it's like kind of a pink book, so I feel like I should do one of the pink, you know? And then I have other midliners. Like I have this pink one. So yeah, I'll use that. I don't know which one I should use, so it's this blue colored one. The like darker pastel ones. So that one. The bluish purple ones. That's the one I used to highlight and do powerless. This is the one I was using to annotate book covers, but I hadn't started using it. I used to use it for the line where I tab stuff. So then I use the Pilot GT07 pins. But then I usually use, I got this pack from Half Price Books. It's the Yobi pins I really like because they're like ink. I very like, if you know what I mean. I guess I'll use that because it has pink in it. Right there. I have all these pins, the Yobi pins in here. I want to do lighter because it's cute. Come along, come along. Emma's not up here yet, but I made it through the first 11% of this book. I'm on chapter 7, and I'm liking it. I like Jax for the most part. I mean, I think he's a little invasive with his questioning with her, but I like him. And Evangeline, she seems like she has a pretty good heart. And it's kind of sad to see because, you know, she makes a deal with him. That's all I'll say. But it's like, it's sad, you know. But I'm curious to see how this plays out because of what Emma has told me. I'm just curious. I just have my whole cozy corner. I have my little candle going. Playlist going on where it's the smell of old books, rain, hot tea, times, dark academia playlist. So I was like, this is so freaking cute. Thought it was such a vibe. And that guy looks like Timothy Chalamet, kind of. I've been annotating a lot, so that clearly means that I'm liking it somewhat if I have something to say on the page. And her dedication for the book is sad. It says, for anyone who has ever made a bad decision because of a broken heart. I'm annotating, so clearly I like it enough to annotate it. I'm excited. Because this is way more my pace, I think. Because Book Lovers, it was just a little slow. Not slow, I just don't think that I'm in it right now. And I want something like quick and fun. And but this is still 400 pages. It's very long. It's just now the next day. And I am still reading Once Upon a Broken Heart. I'm on chapter 13. I really thought I would like her stepsister and everything. But the way Emma was talking about her, it wasn't in a positive light. That her stepsister, you know, stuff happens with that. And I'm excited to meet the other prince in this, Mr. Apollo. Evangeline, I really like her. I like her as a character. She's really, she just seems like a really good person to the heart. And it's sad that, like, she keeps getting screwed over. But Emma said that it gets annoying because she keeps on getting screwed over and she's naive. You know, what can you do? I'm really liking it so far. Right now it feels like 4-star or 3.5, 7.5. So 24% through. So yeah, I'm liking the first 24%. Let's see if there's a cute playlist for it. I was listening to One Direction, so we need to go on to a fun vibe of this. Oh, cute. Look at the picture. People are so talented. I swear. That's beautiful. So we got Taylor Swift on here. Got Florence and the Machine. The Vitamin String Quartet. Ooh, I'm gonna play that. I'm excited. And then a lot of Taylor. Emma will be back up here. She's reading the Mariana Zapata book right now. I don't know. She says that she's like not having fun with the Mariana Zapata book. And she was watching Heather, and Heather really liked the book. And usually she agrees with a lot of the things that Heather says. So she's like wanting to push her to see if she likes the romance. That's all I have for right now. But the next clip will probably be just us sitting right here, or in my room, or wherever, reading our little books. So see. I'm 50% through. And I'm liking it. I'm very curious as to what's going to happen with Evangeline. Like, there's a lot of stuff being set up, I feel like. I don't know. Like, I can't go into it, obviously. But, I like Apollo and I like Evangeline. I don't know. It's like a lot of stuff's happening. And Jax, like, isn't the nicest. I don't know. I'm not thirsting over him yet, and I wish I was. But whatever. It's giving like jealousy when they were at a ball. Like, that's the only thing I'll say. I was like, okay. And like, the stuff with Apollo is quick. So, I'm not disliking it. I thought I really wouldn't like it because Emma said that she was just expecting so much more. I feel like I'm getting enough out of it where I'm not unhappy with it. I'm just like, huh, what's gonna happen? I don't know. I'm sitting in Emma's chair because she's not in here. Okay, it's the next day and I am still reading Once Upon a Broken Heart. I am into part 3. I think I've already said that. But I'm like, yeah, I'm chapter 38. I'm reading on my phone because me and Emma were working today. Emma's going on a walk with the dogs right now, but I just wanted to show me reading a little time lapse and then we'll have her come in a little bit later. I have my phone flashlight so that I'm lit up. That's why I look silly. That's why. But I am enjoying it. I think it's, I don't know if it's worth the hype. Like, I'm just waiting for things to get really, like, but it's fun. I don't know. I don't know what else to really say. I like Evangeline. But Emma says that her attitude, like her being naive gets really old. And in this book, it doesn't seem like she's that bad right now. But obviously, if you're 3 books in, she probably is feeling pretty naive. So let's throw a little time lapse in of me reading with my pink headphones on. It matches the book, so I was like, that's so cute. Emma bought me this book, The Fake Dating Game, and it's a DNF. I've DNF'd 2 videos in this video, 2 books in this video. I don't know what's going on, you know. But Emma said I could read a different book off my TBR she picked. So I'm reading Heartstopper Volume 3, and I'm loving it. It really has my attention. So
She's been in a book slump. I'm a little slumped because I really liked one of the books I read. That's really all I have to say. But I've been reading. Lily just she can't keep her attention on a book to save her life. A TV show, sure, but a book, no. So she's got that Gen Z problem right now.
Right. Well, so I've been reading Heartstopper Volume 3 and I've been loving it of the late. I'm going to finish this for this video. So for this video, I've only read Once Upon a Broken Heart and I'm reading this. Now in a different sitting position so that we can give our final thoughts of the books in this video and our thoughts, feelings, opinions, laughs, loves, no loves, laughs.
Exactly. We started this little thing February 1st?
I don't know.
I think so because that's when I read this. So I think February 1st is when we went to Barnes and we picked out books for each other. So here, Lily, I picked out for a little romance for the, what's this time of year called?
Valentine's Day?
Valentine's Day. The Fake Dating Game. And it was on one of those tables for Valentine's Day and it's a gay romance. And Lily loves gay romances.
I do.
And so, picked this up for her. And Lily picked up this book for me.
I picked out Love Redesigned by Lauren Asher because it was on the table as well. And I was like, oh my god, Emma, you should read this. First Lauren Asher book ever. And
she was doing it to be mean.
And it was a win for one because now I'll have another Lauren Asher book with my Lauren Asher books. So
no, it wasn't a win for her because she was trying to be mean. Because she started and she was like, and she doesn't really like Lauren Asher books. So she made me read that to be mean. joke's on her. That book was good and her book was no good. I want you to look at the size of this. First of all, not to discriminate, but this was written by a man.
Yeah.
So.
I'm sorry. I just usually don't like things written by men, but I can handle a lot of cringy stuff. I really can. I've watched this in Right and Pretty.
They're everything. I thought you knew.
And the Walter boys.
You are Cole Walter, and you're my brother.
This, I don't know. I just didn't like their dialogue. It was giving me the ick. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I don't care how short it is. It just, I didn't like it that much. So I rated it, or I didn't rate it because it didn't feel fair, but I DNF'd it at 21% or something. So, sorry. I just didn't love it.
I read this way earlier in the month, and I can barely remember it now if that tells you anything. It's the 12th when we're filming. And, I remember giving it 4 stars. And I wrote out some pros. I think it's a good romance. It's supposed to be a billionaire romance, but this felt more like a small town feel because that's where they live. And nobody treated him like some celebrity billionaire in the town. Like, people knew him just because it was a small town. And the whole billionaire stuff wouldn't pop up until like the end. He might do something that was kind of extravagant. That was a little crazy. Or like buying out houses. You're like, oh, okay, so he has money, but that's really it. Other than that, I liked them. I liked that she remained an independent person. She didn't like rely on him for anything or his money, and so she was her own girl boss. Stuff like that. Cons. Okay, so the brother in the book that the second book's gonna be about, he was kind of rude.
Love Unwritten.
Yeah. He was kind of rude. He was rude to her. He kind of grabbed her in the beginning and said things to her, and I was just kind of, I don't care if that's your kid. Don't be rude to her. Like, don't be grabbing on her. That's not my favorite thing. And then I also wanted more bonding time. The whole thing is called Love Redesign. They're supposed to be building up this house together or fixing up this house. And there's not a lot of moments of them literally in the house doing anything together. He basically just hired somebody else to do it. So I didn't love that about it. But other than that, that's what I can remember about it. It was an okay read. I liked it, 4 stars. I really liked it at the time, but I instantly forgot about it once I read something else. So definitely not a 5-star. It's just one of those reads.
Okay, so Emma for this video, as you saw, she picked out a book off my TBR because he wanted to, you know, read some TBR books. So she chose Book Lovers, and I had just watched Mr. and Mrs. Smith, so I binged it one night, you know, the day it came out, or the day after. And, you know, I was just in a TV slump, you know, it gets you bad or whatever. But I was like, I'm gonna try to read. I wanted to read this for the video, and this just wasn't hitting for me. I don't think I got to like chapter 5, and I just think that the TV slump was getting me bad, so I just couldn't put my brain power to this book. But I did like it. I do like the characters in it, and I do think I want to read it.
You'll go back to
still. I still want to read it. So, like now, I don't think I wouldn't not go back to it. Because it's cute. It was starting to get cute.
But instead, you went to
this girly pop right here, Once Upon a Broken Heart. And, oh yeah, I rated it a 3-star. It is very fairy tale oriented, you know, all the silly stuff in the plot. What did I even tap? Oh yeah, just like, I don't know, her going to this place that she goes to and automatically getting crazy treatment, or not crazy treatment, just people liking her, and then she getting with somebody. I was like, whoa. When these other girls, you know, their moms have trained, and her, yeah, I was just, wow. Like, go Evangeline, you know, she's ready to take names. So it was crazy, but I didn't hate it. It was just so bland. There was nothing crazy in this where I'm like, I need to read the next one, and I don't think I want to. It just gave off very...
If I hadn't told you what the second one, do you think you would have gone into it?
No.
Okay. I'm a true soldier. I push through.
It is, like, if you're looking for a YA, I feel like it is a good YA book.
Very YA.
Like, if you're 9, you can read this. 8, I don't even know.
It's not a hard book to read.
But yeah, the cons would be mediocre plot, and it really does not live up to the hype for me. I just think it's pretty boring.
Yeah, I don't get the hype about this.
A book. I mean, it was fun to like annotate all the silly stuff they'd say. Like, I annotated a lot. And it was fun. I don't know. There was just nothing.
But like, if you like Jax as a character, there's plenty of fantasy books with men just like him.
I didn't even like Jax that much. He wasn't that crazy cool guy.
He's not. He's just kind of like a Damon type. You know, he pushes
not
the
even
plot.
a good Damon.
But by book 2, he's still doing bad stuff. But you're like, I get it. You know, like he said, I'm not gonna be the good guy. He's fine. He just reminds me of so many other fantasy romance people.
I just didn't
but watered down for a YA book that could be read by children. Maybe that's a demographic, and so many adults on TikTok have hyped it up to you as the next greatest fantasy romance, but it's really not. Okay, so I read Happy Place because Lily was gonna read Book Lovers, so she chose an Emily Henry book for me, and I have like hardly any complaints for this book. I gave it 5 stars. Anyway, so pros about this book, I wrote out that it really dives into family topics. I cried because I felt so heard in a book. Like, I read it and I thought, this is so real. And just like constantly doing stuff as you grow up to try to make them proud. Like you don't want to be in trouble, so you try to do really good in school, and you always try to go to the right colleges or play the sports that they want you to play, or always get the good grades, or always have the house cleaned so that there would be no disruptions. Is that the right word? Yeah, stuff like that.
Conflict.
Like just to avoid conflict, you would constantly be doing stuff like that, so like, okay, I'm making them proud in a way. And I relate to that so hard, and it just made me like, there were so many things I was crying at. And then the pressures of having to grow up under those conditions, like, they're not crazy. Like, if you look at her, she'll tell you, like, I didn't grow up bad or anything, but really it does mess with you into your adult life. You're unsure about decisions, or you just make decisions and then you're unhappy with them, and you stick to them because, well, this is just all I've ever known, and this is all I can do. And I love that. And so she had troubles with her self-worth and relying on a job to have that self-worth, and she's a surgeon. And she's just discovered that she just doesn't love that. But what do? You went to school this long. You got all the right grades. You got all the right things. You've moved to a place now you hate. You're doing residency. You despise. And then for the summer, you get to go hang out with your friends who are also in their 30s and have grown up. And maybe they don't like their jobs anymore. Maybe they still want to be carefree. But you are now, like, you're just all at different points in your life. And that's really hard to deal with. This book is so good at explaining that. So if you're young and you read it, you're probably not going to appreciate it. But at 26, oh my gosh, like, that is just so real. And I loved it. And their romance, the back and forth between the past and now, why they broke up, that's my only gripe with this book. I feel like it was not the dumbest reason, but I'm like, why? It was very La La Land feel for their breakup. If you've seen La La Land, by the end, that's basically the reason they broke up. And like this whole time you're like, should they get together? Will they? Won't they? That's the whole book, and it's so good. 5 stars, 5 stars, 5 stars. I think you'll like it.
So instead of reading the fake dating game, Emma chose for me Heartstopper 3 to get me out of my slump today.
She's been in a slump. She can't finish a book.
I did today.
She read Heartstopper.
So I finished this today, started it today, and I rated it 5-star. I love Heartstopper. I love these characters. They're so cute. Even if it's very like juvenile, I don't care. They're just very cute. I feel like they're the exception for me. Some of this stuff is real cringy, like the dialogue can be really cringy. But I really appreciate it. It's so refreshing in a romance, like young adult book. I feel like it's so fun, especially when you can read like really dark. This is just like, it deals with heavy topics, but not super crazy or anything. But yeah, I don't feel like I have any complaints. I've always I love the show and I love the books, so I do want to read all of them, like maybe today.
I mean, yeah, they are fast.
They're very quick.
So just to get on the hype train, because I need to read one of these books this month.
And it's on her TBR.
It was on my TBR, so I read it with her. I read the first one. And Lily loves this, 5 stars, of course. So I think I'm going to give this 3 stars. Mostly because I liked it for what it was. It's a little comic book, so I didn't expect a whole lot. But based on the show that she watches, I had an understanding of the plot progression, I guess. And this book just kind of ends right where the plot starts to begin. Do you know what I mean? Like, in the show, like, this is a pivotal moment and it continues. And this is just like, And that's where I'm like, wait, that was your plot. I was waiting for the plot to thicken and it didn't really thicken. So there you go. That's it. That's all of our books for this month.
For this video. Yeah, because I think I'm going to be reading 6 of Crows. I downloaded it on my phone. I was going to read Addicted to You, but I'm reading 6 of Crows, so.
And I'm gonna finish Bride. Thanks for watching this video.
Like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you next time. Bye!
Thank you.